everyone, welcome back to Threes to Wound. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're talking about a pretty exciting new challenge. You've probably already seen it. I'm a bit behind the 8 ball here, but I'm getting my life and my things back in order, back on the ball here. But yeah, Ben over at Battle Brothers Tabletop has put out a new challenge. We got talking and we really had a whole bunch of fun with the Warp Coven one that we did last time. And it was so impressive and so cool to see how many of you out there got involved as well. I thought we'd talk a little bit about the challenge, about exactly what you've got to do. And also I'll talk a little bit about my inspiration and what I'm hopefully going to put out there. And this will hopefully set you up to get your team going. First things first is how long have we got to do it? Well, Ben brought out his video earlier this last week and said a month. So we've got a month. So I'd say anywhere between that July 12th to July 14th is the window you're sort of aiming for to be wrapping them up and getting them done. That'll make sure that gives us a chance to, if you've got any pictures of them, share them with us, and obviously sharing them on the Battle Brothers Discord. There's actually a channel for this as well, the Phobos challenge. So if you're not already a part of the Battle Brothers Tabletop Discord, you're missing out. If you love chat, you love Kill Team, you love just talking gaming, that's the place to be. It's definitely one of the best. I'm always on there. I'm always lurking. I'm usually asleep when everyone is talking due to time zones, you know, being from the land down under. But I'm sure there's a few of my Australian compatriots out there as well. Yeah, so that's the place you're going to drop all your images. Show us some work in progress, but obviously we want to see at the end too. Once you've got them all done, drop your completed pictures in there so we can make sure at the end of all this, we can grab them, put them in a video together with our completed team so people can appreciate them as much as we do. So what have you got to do? I've just told you to put pictures in there, but I didn't tell you what you're doing. But basically, the new Phobos, Morok, the Kill Team box set, it's got the Phobos in it, and myself included, and a lot of other people were a little bit like, meh. When those models came out, we were all like, oh wow, that's the best when they came out for 40k. Now they've sort of, I guess, been re-released with a bit of an upgrade sprue, and some of us feel a little bit shortchanged with that, especially when you compare them with the Blooded, who is this amazing, customizable little Kitbash waiting to happen. So we thought, let's not challenge ourselves on the easy job. Let's challenge ourselves on the hard one. Let's turn those Phobos Marines into something interesting. Let's take that bland ultramarine blue, no offense to ultramarine players out there, but that we always see in all the reference pictures. How can we make them either custom chapters, really cool versions of existing chapters? How can we add a little bit of character and a little bit of spice to them? I think that was the term that Ben used, that these guys were a bit like playing tofu. They need a bit of spice, they need a bit of flavor added to them, and that's where we come in. We jump in, and that's our mission for this next month. So last thing I'll quickly talk about today, what's my inspiration? What am I thinking? And I got the Morok box, and I've been, looking at the Marines, trying to and ah about what I've done. I've painted up some infiltrators and incursors in the past for my Celestial Lions army. I love the models in that sense. When they first came out, I thought they were so cool. But I'm definitely wanting to keep my, 40k army and my kill teams a little bit separate. I like having lots of different kill teams, whereas 40k, I've kind of got my two armies of Gene Stealer Cult and the Imperial Fist / Celestial Lions. So I thought, what's a crossover? What have I got lying around? What are the bits and pieces in the house, in my bits box, box sets I've ignored and haven't built? And as I was scrounging around, I found that, and this is such a weird thing to misplace because it's a big box set, but I found I had the Black Templar box set that came out. I think I got it because I was like, oh, there's Sons of Rogel Dawn, blah, blah, blah. I got it. It was exciting. It looks like a really cool kit. It had a Dreadnought in it. It had the new Black Templars and all that sort of stuff. And then that got me thinking about the implementation of units like Phobos into an army like the Black Templar. In a lot of ways, they probably don't fit into the character or the fluff of it. That we talk about big crusading knights who are leading the charge, hating heretics, abhorring the witch, and they're very blunt instruments. They are, the spear tip. They are the broadsword, as opposed to the scalpel that is, a covert force. So I was trying to think of how would they be implemented into an army like that? How would they be accepted as well? So my idea looking at it, I really liked, and I'll pop it up on the screen here. I saw this video for a Kitbash. I'll put the video for it down below as well. But I really loved that it was like, this person here's already used the Phobos armor, but then they've cut it back even more, making it look even more unique and you know, covert ops. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. So looking at the kits that I had, I guess the neophyte or the trainee Black Templars all have the bare arms because they obviously haven't got their full power armor licenses yet. They're not allowed to drive yet, still on the L plates. So I decided that maybe, you know, how we used to use scouts as well, or at least most other chapters use scouts, the Black Templar kind of avoided that too and put them in being overseen by more seasoned warriors to be elevated, very much like a knight and squire kind of thing. So I kind of lent into that too, even a bit of, I think it's Sergeant Telamon or Telamon from the Ultramarines, you know, the grizzled, you know, scoutmaster, you know, being a grizzled veteran, really bringing up those young neophytes through the ranks. And it's interesting because the whole process with Primaris is definitely, we keep talking about, are we going to see Primaris scouts? But I don't know, will we? Because I guess, are they inducted the same way? Is it 100% the same process? I don't think it is. So long story short, it's a waffly way of saying, basically, I'm using these guys as my new version of scouts. So we're going to have like a grizzled veteran who's going to lead the squad. And then the kill team itself will be, I guess, those more younger neophyte initiate kind of guys proving themselves very more closer to traditional scouts from other chapters, but obviously with a very much Black Templar look, feel, and style to them as well. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. That's my idea. I've got to start cutting things up and building. I've just looked at sprues. I've just gone, ooh, it'll work. So we've still got to see if it will. But I'm excited about that. And I'm excited about this project. Make sure to, obviously, Instagram, myself and Ben, both on Instagram as well. So make sure, tag us on Instagram as well. It's another great way to get photos to us as well. If you're not on Discord, that's the other way you can do it as well. We'll put them up on the screen here. So make sure you add us both, follow along, and tag us in any pictures to show us your progress, or it's, you know, to show us when they're finished as well, because then we can make sure that we can share them, and everyone can enjoy this little hobby journey together. That's it. I'm going to shut up. I've talked enough. I'm pretty excited. You might be able to tell. But hopefully we'll see you and your kill teams over the next few weeks and leading into the month. And we're really looking forward to seeing what we all come up with.